Good evening. New on KHQ Local News at 6. New developments in the effort by a group in Coeur d'Alene trying to recall multiple city officials. We'll have the latest details. And multiple break-ins across Spokane County in recent weeks. We spoke with some of the victims and we'll bring you some of the suggestions on how to make sure it doesn't happen to you. KHQ Local News at 6 starts right now.
Celebrating 60 years of covering the Inland Northwest, your official home of the 2012 Summer Games. This is KHQ Local News at 6.
Well, I'll tell you what, everyone, we have a few scattered showers out there right now. Let's just get right over to the radar and show you. It's not a big deal. Most of you not seeing any rainfall, but we do have some scattered showers around the area, primarily out west near Elmira, as you can see to the north of Highway 2 near Cooley City, Wilbur, Cooley Dam, and some of these spots you can see a few stronger showers kind of pushing through the area. But again, a fairly dry night. Things are changing up, Dave.
All right, Bill, thank you. We have a crime alert to start our 6 p.m. newscast. Spokane Valley detectives say they responded to another residential burglary where the homeowner was not home. It happened in the 13,700 block of East Valleyway Road. The owner of the home that was targeted told deputies he'd been remodeling the residence and hadn't been in the home for a couple of days. Deputies say the burglary suspects entered through a window and stole several power tools worth about $2,300. Now, this latest burglary where the homeowner wasn't home follows another vacant home robbery on Wednesday. Our Chelsea Kopta has been following these break-ins and spoke with some of the victims. Chelsea, good evening.
Hi, Dave. Good evening. That's right. It was in this very neighborhood that deputies say thieves or a thief broke into a vacant home. As you mentioned, we're in the 13,700 block of East Valleyway Road where they broke in through a window and stole about $2,300 worth of power tools on Wednesday. Deputies say the homeowner has been remodeling and has not been at the home in the last few days, but some neighbors say the break-ins, car prowlings, and busted windows have been a growing problem in this area for the last few weeks.
Do you feel safe in your neighborhood?
Not anymore. I used to. Me and my neighbors used to walk around the streets walking our dogs, but I don't. I run from my car at night.
Well, this is just the latest in a string of burglaries in Spokane Valley. On Tuesday, deputies say a burglar broke into a home on the 8700 block of North Country Homes Boulevard to steal copper pipe, which they tore out of a laundry room, bathroom walls, ceiling, and basement. And the day before that, on Monday, a homeowner on the 500 block of North Glen Road came home to find someone had forced their way through the sliding glass door and stole 3 firearms, a computer, and other electronics, including security cameras and a recording device. But that wasn't all. They snacked on beef sticks from the pantry before loading, all of the goods into the homeowner's car and driving away with it all. Now, to keep your property safe, deputies recommend setting up a neighborhood block watch program, have your neighbors keep tabs on your house if you're gone, and keep your home very well lit. Some very good tips for you there to keep your neighborhood and your property right where it should be. Reporting live, I'm Chelsea Kopta, KHQ Local News.
All right, Chelsea, thank you. And now to North Idaho, where the effort by some people in Coeur d'Alene to recall the mayor, as well as 3 city council members, is now officially moving forward. Yesterday, a group called Recall CDA handed in the 20 signatures needed to recall the city officials, but they were quickly denied by the city clerk because they didn't state why they wanted the recall on the forms. Well, the group came back today with the completed paperwork. The group claims that Mayor Sandy Bloom and council members Mike Kennedy, Deanna Goodlander, and Woody McEvers failed to represent the community adequately, especially on the controversial McEwen Park project. We will keep you posted on what happens next. Staying in North Idaho now, where recent mine closings have taken their toll on the economy in the Silver Valley. The Lucky Friday mine closed in January for maintenance after 3 accidents in that mine, 2 of them fatal. Now, officials with Hecla say the mine will be back open early next year. In the meantime, more than 200 people are out of work. A tough blow, obviously, to the economy in the Silver Valley, especially Wallace. Our North Idaho reporter Dylan Wollenhaus joins us now live with an update on the outlook there. Hey, Dylan.
Well, hey, Dave, good evening. People in town say that the hit to their local economy is nothing that they can't bounce back from, but words straight from the mayor say that the hit has been devastating, even if it is temporary.
Screws here.
Nearly his entire life, Jeff Cantamessa has lived in Wallace. His family owns the Harvest Foods, the only grocery store in town.
it's a big job.
Jeff says living in a mining community, you always expect economic ups and downs, but right now, he says, is exceptionally down.
People just disappear, you know. I mean, people that you're used to seeing get regular customers, and all of a sudden you realize, God, I haven't seen them in a couple months, so you ask questions.
Jeff says his stores lost 10 to 15% of business compared to this time last year, mainly because of the mine's closure and people moving for work. Many even turning to Jeff's store for a little help on their move.
And in the first 2 months of this year, our #1 commodity was empty boxes. Everybody wanted empty boxes. They were moving. They were going to Nevada. They were going to South Dakota.
Downtown, at least 3 businesses have either moved or closed for good. This time of year is typically slow for Wallace, so no one could say for sure if it's because of the mine's closure.
I mean, we've been beat up for 30 years here, and they're kind of used to that, and most of us love living here.
Even at Jeff Cantamessa's store, he's trying to shake things up a bit and bring in more business, adding a drive-up coffee bar and moving shelves around. Anything, he says, helps.
Yeah, you push through and you adapt and you learn to fight your way through it.
Now, many people I spoke with in town today say that they're very optimistic and they're looking ahead to the summer months. Now, Wallace does have a pretty big summer tourism industry, so they're hoping the local economy will help bounce back a little bit from the mine closure. Meanwhile, people again are just looking forward to the mine opening back up sometime early next year. Reporting live, Dylan Woolenhouse, KHQ Local News.
All right, Dylan, and officials with Hecla, the company that owns the Lucky Friday mine, say that work is continuing to clean out the mine and make it safer for miners to work. As Dylan mentioned, the company is maintaining that it does plan to reopen the mine early next year. Well, the housing market is slowly crawling back up to its feet, but not fast enough for one local family. The Taylors have owned the largest undeveloped piece of land within the urban growth boundary in Spokane County, but now they're in danger of losing it. Katie Steiner joins us now in the Interactive Center to outline the property and what's at stake. Hey, Katie.
Well, Dave, here's the land that we're talking about right now. It's in Spokane Valley in Spokane County. You can see here is 12th Avenue, and then we're going to go down Park here. And it is about 195 acres. I'm drawing just a rough outline of what this property actually looks like, but here it is. It's been in Cassie Price's family for about 4 generations, and now it's in danger of foreclosure. The family took out a loan back in 2006, right before the housing market crashed. They planned on developing it, but ran out of money. They now need $2.6 million before May 1st, or this land will go up for sale. And that's something that Price can't even imagine.
It's a reality that I can hardly even face. It would be devastating.
Her dad, Ross Taylor, has lived on this property all of his life. It means even more to him.
Cassie used to tease me when I was young that I'd named every tree on the place, so.
And if they don't come up with that $2.6 million, all of this land will be auctioned off at a sheriff's sale. Reporting in the newsroom, Katie Steiner, KHQ Local News.
We'll see how it all plays out, Katie. All right, thank you. Well, spotty rain again today across the inland northwest, but there is, we're told, light at the end of the tunnel. And for that, we turn to Bill Kelly for our forecast. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, light literally in the form of some sunshine out there as we get into the weekend. We got another day or so with this unsettled air mass, this kind of, like you said, these spotty showers all over the place. In fact, take a look here. We're going to HD Doppler 6. And the areas that you see of green, that's where the radar is picking up some showers. And notice that they're just little dots, if you will, around the area. They're just popped up because of the heating of the day, and so they are primarily out west. Not a lot in the Spokane area at this particular time, but we do have those spotty showers that will be around Okanogan County, down through parts of Grant County, Douglas, Chelan County, down around the Blue Mountains as well. In fact, we'll put the live radars on, give you a little bit of a tour. First, let's start down over here just to the south of Omak. That's where we have a few showers just cutting across the county line. Cooley Dam, Cooley City. This also is potentially producing a little bit of some heavier snow showers and maybe even some lightning strikes. Notice cloud-to-ground lightning strikes within this frame of view here, 2 over the last hour or so, and most of those are over to the west. Right now you can see that there are some of those near Seattle, at least those cloud-to-ground strikes. But just those spotty showers will also affect parts of the lower Columbia Basin as well, and they're just kind of migrating around. It's hard to even put a storm track on for you because they're just kind of sliding across the region, just in very isolated areas. Once more, you see generally the Spokane Coeur d'Alene area is looking dry. dry at this time. Drier for the weekend, as I mentioned. Full details on that and your Easter forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill, and still ahead on KHQ Local News at 6. Keeping vigil, a 12-year-old boy who's been dealt a tough hand in life is beating the odds. That story in just minutes. Stay with us. You're watching KHQ Local News at 6.